Hello. Welcome back to Uncle Rico Storytime number 40. This episode is brought to you by Renegade Valley Dog Mission. If you know any men or women that have served that are single or might not have anybody to vent to that may be struggling during the holidays, please share this with them. We can be found on Discord, Renegade Valley Dog Mission. The forum is Venting Veterans, but I don't know if you can find that. Yes. Okay, jeez. Yes, something's different. I found out that I wasn't actually using my microphone. I was actually just using the cam microphone, and it works. I think I did one episode. Oh yeah, that's different too. Alright. Yeah, we cut everything off. So, last night, yesterday, I was trying to reshoot one of my Jesus skits, and had people dropping out left and right. There's a sickness going around, Corona Omega. This one's a doozy. Apparently it feels like you have food poisoning for a few days, which is never fun. But it's a good diet mechanism. And as I was trying to replace people and figure that puzzle out, I just drenched myself with bong water. I had the bong in my hand by the stem, and I was about to light it. And I'm like, wait, did I pack that? And I fucking dumped nasty right bong water all down my shirt. But that's what told me to scrap the day. So that's a wrap on Jesus. And this happened. Oh yeah, I gotta keep. Okay, so I don't know if this is gonna work or not. So we figured out that the mic is not the thing. So we and I don't want to deprive you of when my co-host comes and hangs out. Like he's coming right now. I can hear him coming back. What's up, dude? So I figured I might try this angle so you can see Chico when he comes and hangs out. This is a first attempt. I don't know if this is going to work or not. But yeah, so the hair and the beard are gone. I've got a shoot down in Tucson. And then I can do my other skits now for my personal project. I get done with cutting it. She cuts my hair. I donated my hair to Wigs for Kids. It's for kids with cancer. I went to Great Clips, does it, and thank you, Jeremy, for your recommendation. But yeah, I went to Great Clips and got this hacked off. It's like 18 inches. So I'm gonna mail that in. That reminds me of when I was a kid. I had a rat tail, and it was long. I was proud of that son of a bitch. And my little brother would always pretend. We'd watch in the mornings. We'd watch cartoons, and he'd pretend to be a barber, and he'd like pretend to cut my hair. I don't know. It was weird. But one day I feel like, and he would just do it with his hands. You know, he was a little kid. You know, he would just. And one day I feel like a tug on my head and snip, and I'm like, what the and I feel back there, and he cut my rat tail off. And my mom was standing in the hallway, and she's like, oh my god, And I know she set my little brother up to do this, but yeah, he snipped my rat tail off, little bastard. Um, it was my mom. It was totally my mom. Uh, but yeah, so we got the hair. We cut the hair, and she wheels me around to look in the mirror, and I go, "Oh, I have such a punchable face." And she's like, "What? Don't say that." And I was like, "No, guys do not like my face." And she's like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "It's an arrogance thing. I don't." And she's like, "Oh, don't say that." And so this morning I get up and I go to the gym, and because of my back and because I'm smart, I don't push big weight anymore. You know, it's just low weight, high rep. I do a lot of burn downs, do a lot of isolations. Um, so I go into the gym and I do my bike, and I go over and I survey the two. There's like two spots in my gym where you can do free weights, three actually, but two inside, one outside. And so I kind of survey, and there's really nobody over on in this side except for a short stocky lady and a short stocky dude. So I was like, oh, that's probably a couple over there or whatever. So I go over there and I start doing, what was I doing? Oh yeah, bicep curls. And so I'm just doing 30s, and I'm doing them against the back, against the back rest, and really just concentrating on form. And I'm doing 15, and then I do 10, and then I do 5, and then that's kind of my set. So I usually do 3 of those and then go to the next exercise. Because my buys, I've always been able to, when I was a kid, like even in the weight room when we were playing football and stuff, I would always go in and just do biceps because I thought that was the key to having big arms, and it's not. You got to do tries, and obviously for health reasons, you got to do everything. So, but I was like, yeah, I would just spend the whole time we'd have to weight lift on buys. So I was doing like preacher curls with 40s, and but weak as shit everywhere else. But I've always been able to do a lot with my biceps. So those are my first 3 sets. But when I get down with my second set, the short stocky dude was up on the machine, up on the I forget what it's called, the with the pulley system, and he's on that, and he's doing straight bar curls. The lady next to me is doing chest, and they weren't together. But so I finish my first set, start my second, and the dude comes off the cord, the pulley machine, and sits right next to me and does the bicep, the bicep curl, which is kind of a cheat because you can lean way into it, and but he grabs a pretty heavy one, I think like 50 pounds or something like that, maybe 45. No, it's like 45 pounder. And he kind of, there were a couple of benches right next to me, so I was like, why did he choose the one right next to me? And he pops out a couple of 1, 2, 3, 4, and then he goes 1, 2, 3 on the other side, and and I'm just kind of in my zone doing my fucking do. But as former military, restaurant manager, I'm always aware of my surroundings, so I'm always like scoping out everything. I always know what's going on with everything. I've been on a bunch of dates and the girls have yelled at me for scoping out other chicks, and I'm like, no, I'm scoping out everything. Like, she's like, you checked out every single woman that walked in this place. I'm like, I checked out every single everything. Like, I know what the waitress is doing and what she's wearing. I know what the bartender is wearing and what he's doing. I know that there's a guy over there that had a top hat when he came in wearing a newspaper, and right now it appears all he's doing is drinking coffee. But I know, like, I'm always aware of what's surrounded. So when he comes down next to me, I'm like, why is this dude crowding me? And he'd like, pop, pop, pop. He only did like 4 reps, and then he only did 3 reps on the other side. And like kind of dropped the dumbbell down. And I was like, it's a little much for, only, 45 pounds, 40 pounds. But whatever. So I finish up my set, and I'm like, okay, he's kind of crowding me now. So I was like, dude, I'm gonna jump on his pulley machine, because that's what I wanted in the first place. So I throw the stuff up, grab my stuff, and throw it on his machine where he was. And then I go over I wipe down my thing real quick, throw it away. He sees that I'm on the pulley machine, and he puts the dumbbell back and starts to come towards me. I think he was going to say that he was on that. And while he is looking at me, I took his pin out and put it like 4 plates down further, and just stood up and started rocking it out real quick. And I think he lost the wind from the sail, because he kind of veered off and walked away. And then I was kind of processing everything that was happening, and I was like, did this motherfucker just walk up to me and peacock me real quick? And I was like, nah, dude, you're in your head, whatever, So I finish up and I go outside. I was just going to look for a preacher curl machine. I wasn't going to do it, but it's a new gym, so I was just spotting it out. And there wasn't anything out there. I took a look outside, and there wasn't anything out there, and I was like, the outside was dead. So I was like, great, I'm going to do another quick, burn down on biceps. So I grabbed 230s, and I just kind of did, my straight arm curls, and I'm finishing up, and this big motherfucker, but like the hills have eyes big, kind of, like, you got big thick glasses. He's got his cut off sleeve, and his shirt's like all worn and everything, and he walks up right in front of me and grabs a 50-pound dumbbell, and he does and then puts it back on the thing and kind of looks at me and walks off. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then I was like, oh, I got the dickhead face. This is going to be fun out in Apache Junction, because it's all rednecks. So this will be a lot of fun when I go out. But yeah, so we got rid of the hair, and throughout the whole... No, dude, this is a donation, buddy. No. And what else happened recently? Yesterday I was so busy with the Jesus stuff and the footage and everything that I forgot that it's the last week of our fantasy football keeper league. It's a bigger money league. It's $100 league, and I'm in like a 3-way battle for the last 2 wild card spots, and I beat both of the teams that I'm in contention with, but I'm getting smoked points. So I'm like, it's an uphill battle. And typically when I watch things, it goes bad. If I don't watch things, it's a lot better. If I watch things live, bad mojo. I mean, bad shit starts happening as soon as I walk into a sports bar and start watching my team playing big games. So I usually just, watch it at home on my phone now. And when I'm so busy that I don't pay attention to it, usually pretty good stuff. I'm like, whoa, I won. But I went into the gym yesterday and there was so much stuff going on the TVs bad. Like I knew his team, like right away, his wide receiver caught like a 40-yard touchdown. My wide receiver is helped off the field. I'm like, oh, I'm done. So I'm not even gonna win. So I'm not even in the playoffs. I chalk it up. And then, but last night I pull up my phone. I'm like, well, let's see how much I lost by. And I'm like, God damn it, I'm up. And he's got another guy going. I got another guy going. I'm like, fuck. Let's see how my buddy's doing, because my buddy is the other guy that I'm in the playoff in a playoff battle with, and he's beating the other guy pretty handedly. So I was like, all right, let's look at points, and he's got me by like 100 points, and I'm like, oh man, I'm out. And then I was like, wait, the team that I'm playing was the other team that I'm in battle with, so now we'd be tied, and I pull up the points, and I'm down by 50 points for a tiebreaker with him, but I'm only up by like 20 some, and he has, I think, a wide receiver going tonight, and then I have a wide receiver going tonight, but I mean, I'm not going to outscore him by 20 some points, so I think I'm pretty much out of it. No big deal. There's other good stuff going on, and it's all good. So I learned that I got to start keeping these shorter. So, ladies and gentlemen, remember about the veterans. If you know of any service member that might be, struggling a little bit during the holidays, and you probably don't know it because they're tough nuts to crack. But if you ever wonder about them, just know that during the holidays and anytime anybody battles with depression and alone, just know that it's really tough come December with Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's. So if you know of any service members in particular that may not have an outlet, please reach out to them and just tell them, hey, check out this link, or if you're on Discord, check me out, Renegade Valley Dog Mission. The forum is Venting Veterans. But other than that, I don't know about this view. We're gonna have to fine tune this. I'm gonna have to lose 5 pounds. I'm from the Midwest. I like mayonnaise and ranch. I bought a ranch fountain at my wedding.